going on. We about to take a look at Tim Pool smoking and destroying Destiny. You know Destiny's woke. I'm not a fan of Destiny. There's a lot of people that be like, but you don't understand. He goes after people on the left as well. Oh, okay. Let's check this out.
Viral video right now where he says that all of the people on the right should be banned,
including you,
including me.
Yeah.
He says people like, you know,
by name.
Yeah, by name. I don't know who else he mentions. I don't remember. But he says Tim Pool. These people, they're only awful, and their platform should be totally banned. And I'm like,
oh, he said Tucker Carlson.
Right.
He said Tim Pool. He said there was multiple personalities.
This is they advocated and begged, and to this day, they still beg for it. And I am happy to watch them crumble and wither into a dried husk of their former selves.
Tim Pool is fed up with these woke idiots, and they are 100% melting down, including Destiny, which is the main woke idiot that Tim Pool is going after. In this episode of Timcast IRL, Destiny has been calling for the banning of people like Tim Pool and Dave Rubin and a lot of other names that he listed off. Tim Pool being the main name that he listed off. He said that they should be banned because the things.
And they're going to say that I'm tripping when I say that Destiny's woke. When I say Destiny's woke as hell, nasty, out here spreading that propaganda, people going to say I'm tripping.
That they spread on social media are a lot more harmful than they are good, which I obviously disagree with. I think the things that Destiny says are a lot more harmful, like laughing at people who got shot, innocent people who got shot and killed at the Donald Trump rally, at the assassination attempt. He's laughing at those people. And whenever confronted about it multiple times, he's doubled and tripled down on the fact that he laughed at those people. Absolutely sick in the head. And he has the nerve to call people like Tim Pool more of a threat, more of a harm to society because they are unbanned. It's wild. And Tim Pool is just fed up with it. Let's get into this clip here where Tim Pool absolutely goes off on Destiny for being the woke idiot that he is and calling for the banning of people such as Tim Pool.
Com.pk, I have no idea what this is. What is this? The Express Tribune. They say Asmongold blames Hassan Abi for Twitch's adpocalypse affecting streamers' ad revenue.
It's actually Destiny's.
Destiny is?
Well, it's not Destiny himself. It's Destiny's followers because they're going after us.
Well, let's get the story first.
Yes.
All right. They say Asmongold explained his position during his broadcast, saying Hassan clearly is one of the biggest proponents of this. I would say he is the main reason. He had a majority of the examples used in discussions about demonetization on Twitch pertain to Hassan Abi. That's Hassan Piker. Maybe not 90, maybe 80, 70, but it is the majority of all examples on the entire platform. The adpocalypse refers to a reduction in ad revenue across Twitch, reportedly affecting some creators by as much as 90%.
Yeah.
Industry experts, including Devin Nash, have previously linked the issue to polarizing political content on the platform. Hassan Abi has faced criticism for his coverage of Middle Eastern conflicts with allegations of promoting anti-Semitic rhetoric. U.S. Congressman Richie Torres even cited Hassan Piker in a congressional letter accusing Twitch of amplifying extremist voices. Asmongold defended his stance, stating,
and look, I find the crying, the anti-Semitism every 5 seconds is so cringe. You know, I think I really like what Tim does. I like a lot of his stances and I respect his show massively. Phil Labonte cries anti-Semitism like ridiculous amount. And I think that it definitely exists, but the amount that they cry about it, it's actually so obnoxious. It's like the new, whatever. We don't have to get into that. With that being said, with me saying,
I rock with Tim Pool as well. I ain't gonna front. I see he gets a lot of hate. I haven't seen the reasons why personally, but I rock with him. I like what he does.
And that is cringe, how much they cry about that. The stuff that Hassan Piker says is actually nuts. Like, he is very pro-Hamas. And I'm not saying pro-Palestine. I'm not saying anti-Israel. I'm saying pro-Hamas. Like, they do horrible things, okay? They have done horrible things. And there's no doubt about it. So if we're going to give that label that they like to throw around so much, that Ben Shapiro, Phil Labonte, and these people like to throw around so much, we're giving it to Hassan Piker. Like, he is the definition of that thing. And he actually is that thing to a dangerous extent. They like to throw it around, and it's basically lost its meaning now because everybody that disagrees with them is that thing. It's the same thing as the rest of the istophobes out there now, the racist, sexist, misogynistic, anti-Semitic. It's all the same thing now. But when it comes to Hassan Piker, he is that thing 100% to a dangerous extent.
You can say it's unfair, that's fine, but you can't say it's not happening or that it's not the reason. He also criticized Twitch for its inconsistent moderation policies.
Yeah.
They go on to mention that Twitch has not officially commented on the controversy, but recently updated its hateful conduct policy regarding the term Zionist.
Because the ADL told him to.
Is that, well, look, hey, man.
Yeah, not getting the ADL and put in a policy. They said, nope, you got to do this. They capitulated to the ADL immediately.
This is liberals and leftists welcomes to leopard ate my face.
Yeah.
Leopards ate my face. This is, they advocated and begged, and to this day, they still beg for it. And I am happy to watch them crumble and wither into a dried husk of their former selves.
Well, the gamers all over Twitch are like, no, get all, they want all political content off of Twitch. Gamers are begging Twitch, get rid of political content. We don't want it. We want ad-friendly content. That's us gaming, right? That's ad-friendly content. We don't want this. But for Twitch, these guys are cash cows, right? Hassan, they're cash cows.
Destiny has a viral video right now where he says that all of the people on the right should be banned,
including you,
including me.
Yeah.
He says people like, you know, by name. I don't know who else he mentions. I don't remember, but he says Tim Pool. These people,
that is crazy. Destiny's just out here getting that off. Wow.
Only awful, and their platform should be totally banned. And I'm like,
he said Tucker Carlson.
Right.
He said Tim Pool. He said there was multiple personalities.
I'm in complete agreement right now with him, and I'm glad he brought it up because we hold the power of the institutions. We won the popular vote. The advertisers are siding with X, and he's going to get himself banned for screaming this. And bye-bye, Destiny.
Disney came back to X too, even.
X, that's what I'm talking about. All the major corporations are coming back to X because Destiny and his ilk are on the wrong side of history.
Yeah.
Destiny wanted to make the argument about democracy and all that. Well, he's anti-democracy. The more he complains, he is opposed to the will of the people. So if he wants to advocate for bannings, I say, well, don't look at me. But my stance on this has changed.
And he's by the way, this guy's always been a deplatformer. I mean, going way back, he's always been the advocate for deplatforming, unless it's him. Unless it's
10 years ago, I was in the we shouldn't ban people, we protect free speech, even for those who disagree with camp. Now I'm in the I do not defend my enemies.
Yes.
Destiny wants to burn down free speech. I say, hey man, you're on your own. So when they start ripping their revenue away and banning them out, and Hassan as well, I just say, sucks for you guys, I guess. I ain't
gonna front. I feel the same way. I'm indifferent. Sometimes I laugh a little bit, do a little dance, but I ain't gonna help them. Let my enemies metaphorically drown.
Going to speak up for you.
No.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm not
suffer.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit there. I would never go and go out of my way to try and like get someone banned, but I'm not going to do one. I'm not going to lift one finger. Right. I'm not going to waste one bit of breath trying to defend him or anyone that says, oh, these people should be banned. If you're advocating for banning people, like beat it. I'm not going to defend you.
People are saying is even so much worse than that. It's not even just the idea of democracy. What Destiny would.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Same over here. Hit that like button. And if you want to, sign up for memberships and Patreon. Check it out.
That video clip, and I've heard this echoed from guys like Pac-Man and many others, is that all of humanity has benefited by you being gone. You even having a place to say anything is an existential threat to humankind itself.
That's what he's saying.
And all that happens is that the world's going to improve by getting rid of you. That's a call to action.
Yeah.
That's an actual call to action. We must do this. We need to get rid of these people. How is it not if you say these people are an existential threat to everybody, right? How's that not really a call to action? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
There's a reason why, and this is actually a fascinating metric I'd love to study. Maybe we could hire like maybe People's Pundit. Rich Bears could help us out with this. After the election, that was a major inflection point. CNN and MSNBC's ratings collapsed.
Yep.
David Pakman, Brian Tyler Cohen, they started bleeding subscribers.
Yeah.
And he made a big deal out of it.
Yeah, he did.
And then when we responded, he made another big deal out of it. If you look at their accounts on X, AOC lost like 150K this month, more now. They're fleeing to Blue Sky or other apps. And so we saw in the inverse, Fox News' ratings go up. Our viewership skyrocketed. We jumped a substantial amount. We are still seeing increased ratings. Right now, we're at 60,625 concurrent views, where we were averaging before like 45K. So we've seen a boost. I'm wondering if this is regular people were watching these leftists, these liberals, believed them, saw that the majority of the country did not agree. Some of them either asked themselves, am I wrong? Some of them said, oh crap, I'm on the wrong side of history.
What's up, Chris?
But I'm wondering if we can actually track that sentiment among people who ditched the liberal shows and are rushing over here.
It could be a few different things, not just what Tim Pool is saying here, which I agree with. I think there's probably at least some people out there that are a little bit introspective to where they can say, oh, wait, we lost the popular vote. I thought we're on the right side of history. I thought it was going to be a landslide. And the only reason why the right wingers and the Republicans ever win is because they get bailed out by the Electoral College. We lost the popular vote. But then there's also the factor of Donald Trump is appointing these people who are very obviously super anti any sort of corruption. And there's people in the cabinet, such as Elon Musk, that has dealt with corruption on social media on the platform that he owns, with the Twitter files stuff. And then there's also, Zuckerberg has just straight up and come out and said that, the FBI made him do certain things with his platforms.
Crazy. There's
corruption that happens on the social media platforms. So not only are people being introspective and saying that they lost really badly, and maybe they should reevaluate their beliefs and their stances and who they follow on social media that inform these beliefs, but also there could be a factor, I'm just saying there's a small % chance that there could be a factor of the fact that these social media platforms know that Donald Trump's people are kind of out for blood a little bit. And don't take that wrongly. What I mean by that is they're going out and they're going to try to find corruption wherever it is in the 4-year period that they have. And they're going to try to dispel that corruption as much as they possibly can. So these social media platforms might be seeing that and saying, hey, we have these views throttled in a certain direction right now. This new administration is going to come after that. If we keep it how it is, let's go ahead and fix it and take our finger off the scale a little bit. And now we're seeing it kind of be unmoderated. And there's this rule, I forgot what it's called, but there's a rule that says any platform on the internet that goes unmoderated always becomes extreme right wing. So it always becomes an extremely right wing platform. Anything that's unmoderated, unregulated will always become super right wing. So if you just use that law, and it's 100% true. I mean, you think about what old forum sites like Reddit, but unmoderated ones became. and still are still are now. They're always extremely right wing. Always. There's never something that's left left no finger on the scale that ever becomes left wing. Like that doesn't happen. So if you think about what these social media platforms are right.
But what I'm thinking about, it seems like that's the case. Right? It seems like it can lean that way. But I haven't been on a forum in years.
Right now, they're not all right wing. They're not all extremely right wing. Therefore, there must be some kind of finger on some kind of scale. And maybe they just let their finger off the scale a little bit going into this Trump administration. That could also be a possibility.
And I think then the reason why people like Destiny are saying we'd be better off without them is because then the viewers would have nowhere else to go and they'd be trapped in his sycophantic lie machine.
Well, it's always been the case that the leftists on Twitch and on YouTube have always pulled their resources, especially on Twitch, to remove any right-wing personality who existed there. For a good example of this, Fuentes was on Twitch. He was vastly popular. I think, to my understanding, he did follow the terms of service that they had set down at the time. They got rid of him because leftists collectively demanded that they get rid of him. That was it. And it's because, why? Well, he siphoned a ton of viewers. And because of that, he siphons their money. And that's what it comes down to, right? You're exactly right. They want to have the pool of viewership and the pool of cash. So yeah, they do collectively demand often that right-wingers be removed from these platforms, whether they're breaking the TOS or not, they don't care. And they'll make shit up. I've seen them make up various things. I've seen them say, this guy's advocating for transgender genocide and all sorts of crazy things.
Yeah, it's crazy what Destiny and these people can get away with, man. Let me know in the comments, you guys think about Tim Pool absolutely destroying this woke idiot Destiny for the ridiculous statements that he's making. Like I said, it's...
Yeah, he 100% smoked them. I do think Destiny is wild. I think he deserved it. He deserved to get metaphorically smoked by Tim Pool. Right? I rock with Tim Pool. He's on point. Destiny is just straight trash, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comment section.